Hey guys, SW Collector 1 here again. Yeah, as I said in my last video, I was gonna try and switch things up a little bit. Instead of just doing hauls, do some other things. Obviously I'm not doing movie review, we all know Star Wars. So this is just kind of like a segue thing, so like, at first, I'm pretty sure I was introduced to Star Wars when, like, these movies came out in theaters, like, you know, the 95 range. I went to go see this one with my parents, A New Hope. And sorry, I've got a cold right now. I'm just kind of getting over it. And apparently, according to what my parents said, I absolutely hated it. Did not like it one bit, which I find really weird, since, well, you guys have all seen my hauls and my collection. I'm pretty much obsessed with it. So I don't really know why I didn't like it so much. Maybe I was just too young to understand. I don't know. But I saw Empire Strikes Back and everything. I loved it, but it wasn't necessarily the movies that, you know, got me into Star Wars. It was, and here we go, these guys. The Power of the Force figures. Kid, these were, besides Batman, which eventually I grew out of, these things were my absolute favorite. So, pretty much this video is just kind of like a review of the line. Yeah, review of the Power of the Force line. In the many variations of it, there's obviously some figures in here that were exclusive to freeze frames and all that stuff, but just in general, Power of the Force line. I know for a majority of collectors, it's kind of a sorry, a mixed feeling type deal. A lot of people, some people love it, some people hate it. For me, it's a full nostalgia thing. I grew up with these things in '95. I will always love them. There'll always be a spot in my heart with them. Like, they're obviously not the greatest, as you can see. Some like Hulk style Luke, like one of the first Lukes that came out. Like, this guy's massive. It's bulky. Not really sure what this is. Apparently a grapple gun. Another thing with this line you'll notice is that the guns and weapons on the guys, like TIE fighter pilots, they're freaking huge. Like, when in Star Wars did you see someone with a gun this big? Like, it's insane. I guess it was just like a time thing. Like, you know, big guns, big bodies, like really jacked characters. Eventually, kind of tone these down. You see later on when you got Han Solo, Carbonite, they thinned him down quite a bit, and even one of the later Luke Skywalkers is more kind of normal build. Articulation wise with these guys, I don't know all the technical terms everyone uses nowadays, swivels and all that. Basically, arms went up and down. That was pretty much it. Legs moved forward, backwards. See, they were cool. I'm not gonna lie, they were fun to play with as a kid. Like, everything, as you can see, I busted a lot of my lightsabers. Like, a lot of them. Pretty much. I think there's only a select few in here that are actually together. It's really unfortunate that some of the figures, like, I like this guy, Jedi Knight Luke. I think I have like 3 or 4 of him carded, but like, really looking at them now, like nowadays, they're not really anything. They're like just old toys. They'll never be worth much. Look at these. It just moves up and down. It's nothing too fancy. The one thing this line did good though was, you can see the aliens, like Greedo, Hammerhead, like even the Gamorrean Guard, which, pull them out here, they actually use this mold quite a bit, I think, in repacks and like even the late 2000s. And I know that this guy, Bib Fortuna, they actually used him in this exact same one. I believe it was the OTC wave, I believe. the exact same one, and it's like years and years later. Like, again, it's not great. Sculpt is decent, I guess, for the time. But, like, again, it's just strict one-way movements. The head doesn't really move at all. But yeah, like, some of the aliens were really good. It's one thing they did really well, and the droids, they also did very well. My favorites would definitely be, probably my favorite of the entire line is C-3PO. Again, it's another one of the ones that I have a lot of carded. I think 3, maybe 4 of the C-3PO carded. Like, for being 95, like, it's still really good. Like, granted, C-3PO, arms move up and down. I don't really need articulation for this guy, it's just, he doesn't do much, he's kind of just there to stand around, but just a general look of him, and they got the shine really well. There's a really cool one they released later, the Cloud City version, you know, when he gets blasted in pieces. So I'm not sure what the newer versions of this guy are like, but I liked him because you literally could blast him to pieces. And he came with a little bag, which I'm not sure where it is. You could put his like body in and carry him over Chewbacca's back. And a little while ago, I actually realized the head came off too. I never knew that for a very long time. So you could literally have him as a pile on the ground. So it's pretty cool. For me, like, one of the big things with this line is when it eventually changed a bit. You got guys like this Bespin Luke and this Darth Vader, which is a removable helmet guy. So a sec. Hard to do this one on hand. But these are my favorite to play with because they introduced the movable hands. Like, you can actually rotate and everything, so you could actually put them into different poses, and this one even has a joint at the arm, or at the elbow, which was awesome for the time. It was just something new that you hadn't seen in these figures, and you know, the hands came off too, so yeah, you could do some really cool scenes. These two were my absolute favorite. There were some really terrible guys in this line too. As many of you know, one of them is Imperial Guard, or Royal Guard, and I have here the Emperor. Like, they look pretty cool, but it's only their arms that move. The rest of them is just one solid piece of plastic. This guy's head doesn't even move at all. Emperor is pretty much the same way, just a solid piece of plastic with like feet painted on the bottom. Arms move, and that's pretty much it. It's really unfortunate. And you obviously had some of the gimmicks at the time. One of them was this Emperor came with deluxe pack. You can't really see, the battery's pretty much dead, but do it this way. Yeah, see, it would flash its lightning, so it was kind of cool, but again, one solid piece. And they did an Obi-Wan, kind of like what the new movie heroes Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are like. Big, bulky lightsaber in the hand, and battery pack on the back. That's the way they used to do it. And it would light up, but now it's dead, because the battery's been in there for years. Overall, I love this line. I know a lot of the younger collectors probably don't appreciate it as much. Shadows of the Empire guys are really cool. The Leia Bounty Hunter was awesome. I love that one, Dasher and Dar. But yeah, it has its moments. It was hit or miss. These guys sitting down, they're all from vehicles. This was a dewback one. These are the speeder bike. Return of the Jedi figures. All in all, the line was pretty awesome for me, at least. Good way to introduce kids into Star Wars, and I loved it. I don't know what your guys' opinions are. Obviously, voice them for sure. I know it's gonna be mixed. A lot of you guys will love it. A lot of you guys will hate it. They'll definitely never be worth anything. These guys were mass-produced so much. There was never really any exclusives at the time. But overall, like, I love them. I'll never get rid of these guys. I want to finish off buying all of them carded if I can. But yeah, so that's my first new style video that I've never really done before. I'll be doing another one, pretty much be doing one on each series that sorry, that I used to play with as a kid. I think I went up to the blue card AOTC, so there's probably 3 more other videos. And then the reason why I'm doing these will all appear afterwards. I'll have one final video, you know, for the main purpose of this, which I will leave to mystery right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hey guys, appreciate your views and, you know, your opinions online as well, and what you guys think. If you love it or hate it, comment below, and I'll upload do a video of the Phantom Menace line in probably a few weeks. Alright, see ya.